What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Valvetronic Designs. If you found this video because your exhaust valve controller is not working, we're going to show you a few tips and tricks in this video to make sure it's working properly. We're talking about exhaust valve controllers here today for controller comes, and this is the brains behind it. Now, the first issue that happens with these controllers is if the controller is not properly grounded out, there won't be enough power going across for it to actuate the solenoid. So make sure as your first check, make sure there's no paint on the ground that you're using, on your taillight stud or whichever stud you're using. Make sure this is nice and bare metal. You make sure that there's no grounding issues. The next issue that may happen is there's a lot of different suppliers who supply for Lamborghini and Porsche and these different manufacturers for the exhaust valve solenoid. Because of that, they might be wired inversely from the way the controller comes to you as wired. As supplier changes come through the same year and make and model for these manufacturers, for these cars, you may find a Lamborghini Huracan fits one way and then a model year change would switch it to fitting the other way, or vice versa, or even inside the year. So the way the controller is made is as follows. These two wires are signal wires from the car. The signal wire then goes through our control board here, and that's how you have the actuation with the remote. There is a chance that the polarity of both the signal wires can be switched in order to make sure the remote is actuating the valve properly. As mentioned before, there are some supplier changes that these manufacturers use where they will flip the polarity mid-year and no one really knows about it. The exhaust valve controller can be easily switched by either repinning the controller using one of these, which are 50 cents at an auto parts store, very simple. Or if you want, you can just cut the wires here and then just spin the controller and rewire it up, just resolder it. These we've designed to be incredibly modular and fit many different vehicles so that everybody can enjoy having the valve capability, whether you're controlling your OEM valves on your Aventador SVJ or your exhaust valves on your Audi RS5, Audi R8 4.2, or even your BMW. These controllers are designed to fit, obviously with different style connectors. This is a BMW style, and this is the Audi R8 and Huracan Lamborghini one. So this repinning holds true for all these manufacturers. If you're finding the controller is really not working for you, make sure the ground is set up, and then you may need to switch the polarity of the control wires coming from the harness. So pretty easy to do. Just cut and rewire, and your exhaust valve controller will be working well for you. Looking forward to you enjoying 100% control of your exhaust valves. Thanks again for purchasing.